मेरा टाइम तो अब भी चल रहा है।
तुम रोज और यंग होती हो।
इससे बेटर कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं।
मैं तो दादी से सीखी हूँ।
PC Jeweler for generations.
Your home, your dream. Come take the first look. See, believe and experience. Only on Property It's Hot.
Tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 on NDTV Profit.
This is NDTV and you're watching NDTV Profit.
Let me give you a little bit of a color on, to start with, on the financial inclusion area. Each of these innovations projects have addressed certain problems of the society, and they've used technology, mobility to really address some of these issues. And as you all know, that financial inclusion is a big focus area, not only for all of us in the corporate world, but also is a big initiative by the government of India on driving financial inclusion. Anand, to start with, to talk about what Yes Money domestic remittance has done.
When we started to work on this, people said either, boy, you got to have 10,000 branches or you got to be joking if you want to participate in remittance business. So we took the challenge, and there's a huge collaboration of the ecosystem. We compounded the power of technology available. So brought the water to the horse. The internet technology was brought down to the last mile user. We used the regulatory framework of business correspondent and activated a lot of agents on the ground as the last mile assisted service people. So we plugged another dot of the mobile payment technology into the remittance business. And today we zoop money through in 4 seconds into any of the connected banks on the platform. We understand that 48% of our transactions on the platform happen beyond banking hours. So a lot of gut feel has worked. People are liking it.
So Abhinav, you are the co-founder of Eco India. Why did you do this? So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Typically, the data that we came across was India only had about 20 to 25% people who had bank accounts. Per bank branch, close to about 20,000-30,000 people were getting serviced, as compared to a developed country where the number is as low as 1,500. On one side, we partner with the banks. On the other side, we partner with retail outlets, absolutely near neighborhood kirana stores where people can walk into these stores and get themselves basic financial services. And the portfolio of services at this point in time, which ECO covers, is domestic money remittance. We open bank accounts, we do deposit withdrawal. So, you know, in layman terms, I would put ECO as an outsourced branch of a bank and a human ATM. It's a question of how does a company like ECO replicate it in a locality, then in a city, then across the country, in terms of making sure that the loyalty factor, the awareness continues to increase with the service.
Mr. S.B. Singh, this whole e-scholarship project for NEC, which you've done in Lucknow.
Around 2007, I met one of the director of the social welfare department, and he told me that I need to computerize. I said, like, why social welfare department not known? He said, like, no. And I said, like, what is your budget? He said, like, can you guess my budget? I said, I don't think, it must be some few crore. He said, no, it's 2,000 crore. And they say, fees is 1,000 crore. So actually I was saying, like, it's 2,000 crore. If it goes directly to the account of the student, then certainly nobody will trade. At least those who are backward, below poverty and family people, you know, they're not been backward. And I thought, let's start doing something. And we started capturing data. Lot of resistance from everybody. Its education sector is controlled by mafias, like schools, colleges, and all that. So when we started, many bogus schools, when they have political linkage, they started, reacting that, you know, why you are getting database. But then we started analyzing data and feeding data. I got some data, last year data when captured, like almost around 1,39,000 boys are doing below poverty line, not others, BPL guys. And the father income is 30,000, he's joining BTech. If he's paying 1 lakh fees, And there is a clear-cut GO, government order, to all the private colleges in UP. We say the clear guidelines that you don't charge money. The fees will be in the database. Once you give certificate that this boy roll number something has joined the school and he belongs to that village or something, and will transfer money to your account. MBBS, actually, I got around 15,000. I mean, students are doing medical, even paramedical, including paramedical. And if leakages gets minimized, like 2,000 for UP, you think our entire nation, how much money?
The next category is also it's a UNICEF Special Recognition Award for the midday meal program in UP. Interestingly, it links back to the education sector because you're providing midday meals. Is the meal actually going to the person who is it meant to be? I have with me Mr. Tripathi here, Sudhanshu Tripathi.
IRS-based daily monitoring system for which we won this award, it's a unique, innovative way of data collection. In fact, it marks a paradigm shift in the entire process of a traditional way, manual way of data collection. We see that many programs we have in government sector which are actually implemented at the village level by Panchayati Raj institutions. Given the sensitivity of the program, if the child is not fed today, there is no point in knowing about this fact after a month because you cannot feed him again. We devised a way where we send IVR calls to the teachers' mobile numbers, and they have to simply respond to the calls by keying in the numbers of the students who were actually fed that day. In case the meal was not cooked, they simply press 0. And the data is appended in the central server, and the entire MIS is generated with n number of analytics and n number of reports. And in fact, we have moved from from days where we have entire information paucity, and we are now flooded with information.
Thank you. I'll move on to Divesh. Can you talk a little bit about what you've done?
Many of these children that we see around are suffering from dyslexia. And most importantly, dyslexia as a disease covers an umbrella of it lots of very different problems. So if there are 10 children who are suffering from dyslexia, it's a possibility that each one of them could have a subset of a very different kind of problem. The societal framework is such that when you go to a parent and ask and tell him that maybe there is a possibility of the child, it's very difficult to diagnose as well. And when they know about the disease, the family, they actually persuade them or force them. So there's a forceful correction that is happening in the education system. So what we have done is, as a solution, we have created a software and hardware combination. As when we say hardware, it's an eye tracking hardware, something like my goggles, but integrated into the main cloud computers to the system. So what happens when child is playing something like a game or something, doing anything, or reading a book by that matter, we compare that eye movement very precisely with the actual data of a normal child. And we do it not only with the eye movement, but also with the way the child is reacting while playing the games, and then change the system to do something very intelligently to solve the problem.
Ratnesh, I want to talk to you about a mobile app you've developed. Can you talk a little bit about what you guys do?
We created a mobile app which will track the commuter when she is on the move. So as soon as she gets into a cab, she has a button on the mobile phone where it says track me, and it starts tracking and posting the location to a Facebook profile, to her own Facebook profile. And on the Facebook, using the infrastructure available, we start creating a map out of it. So as she is on the move, somebody sitting at home is able to see the map as to where she is traveling. And this, again with the Facebook privacy setting, is already available to people whom she has given permission to. That's one part of it. The second part is what we call the SOS alert. So anywhere when you are in a situation, unwanted situation, you just click on the SOS button which is there on the mobile, and you will send an SMS along with your location, an email, and also it will ring a phone number that you have pre-configured. So these are the two key features that we have developed in this mobile app.
Raghu, do you want to quickly talk about what you've done?
We were tracking coffee produce, right, from the farmers. We rolled this out with around 12,000 farmers in around 600 villages, and this has to be used by truck drivers, the application. So the truck drivers who go around each village, right, collect coffee from the farmers, and then do the accounting there, saying that, hey, you're given 300 kgs of coffee. I mean, I want to track it there. Who is given what? So this is the first challenge. The second challenge has been, how do you collate this data and then present it to the experts who can probably look at the data and then do some counseling to the farmers, right? And understand basically, it's basically a logistics solution which works on cheap Java phones, which is like 1,000 rupees each phone. So that was the whole idea of what we did. So we collect this data on the field very quickly, push it to the cloud, right? And then there is data which is available to everybody, which means we can track coffee estimation, the actual produce, the farmer payments are also tracked, and we charge them on a per farmer basis. So which makes it affordable, low capex for them, extremely low capex for them, and very affordable opex for them. Beat this, 2 rupees per farmer per month.
Prabhu, Joseph, can you talk a little bit about what you have done?
We have learned that there are a number of children who go missing. Missing would also mean trafficked children, children in child labor or in prostitution, etc., etc. And how to track these children, we need a networking partners. The organization, like-minded organizations, we invite them to join the network and to use our tool, software tool, which is called HomeLink, which is also a web-based tool. It can be accessed by a public, www.homelink.in. Child MIS stands for Management Information System and Services. And it's a comprehensive child tracking system, which with the integration of the biometrics. We are at a meetings with the UID department authority in India, how we can link with them to get through the biometrics, the data of the parents, the basic details again.
I'm sure a lot of people like me won't have the time to do what you all do, though how much I want to do it. But thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure being here. Thank you.
सुनो हमने केबल टीवी का सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाया और दिल डिजिटल हो गया। फैंटास्टिक पिक्चर क्वालिटी, सैकड़ों चैनलों में से अपनी पसंद के चैनल चुने, रेट कार्ड के हिसाब से पेमेंट करें। सोचोगे तो सोचते ही रह जाओगे।
31 मार्च के बाद 15 राज्यों के 38 शहरों में बिना सेटअप बॉक्स के कोई भी केबल टीवी नहीं देख पाएगा।
लाखों परिवारों ने सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाया, अब आपका नंबर आया।
सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाएं, डिजिटल हो जाएं।
Ears are weird. I don't know what shape that is, but it's not round. So why would headphones be round? They should be shaped like this. Ear-shaped. You know, so they fit in your ears.
Happy. I am happy. Oh, I am happy. Happy, happy, happy.
अब सब होंगे हैप्पी अराइज साइन वेव इन्वर्टर और अराइज बैटरी के साथ।
अराइज रोशन करे आपकी दुनिया।
Proven on global test tracks, manufactured in 3 continents, available in 118 countries. Apollo tires with U-First technology, crafted for the safety of your loved ones.
Glint, designer faucets from the House of Cares.
On the property show today, smart investment options in Noida, also on the show, top projects in Nagpur and Ludhiana. And your property queries today at 4 p.m. on NDTV.